from Rich Stadium in Buffalo, New York. Tonight, 80,000 fans will be on hand on a damp, cool, breezy evening.
Buffalo fans went to Rich Stadium in droves to watch O.J. The Bills led the NFL in attendance in 1973, 1974, and 1975.
Deep is Gary Heyman, number 21, and back there with him, Vic Washington, 33. Vic Washington acquired in the offseason by Buffalo from Houston. He had great years at San Francisco, a good kick return artist. And it will be Washington at his own 8. Washington hurdles over the 30 out to the 32-yard line. A gain of 23 by Washington. And opening on offense will be quarterback Joe Ferguson. He will be wearing number 12. Had his biggest day last week. He'll be in there with his...
Joe Ferguson broke all of Terry Bradshaw's passing records at Woodlawn High School in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Number 40, he can fly. Bob Chandler is back from an injury, number 81. And the tight ends are 87, Paul Seymour, Reuben Gant, 88. There is your offensive line, an exceptional offensive line. The Bills with first possession. They move from their own 31-yard line. O.J. with the first call, big hole, 5 yards, out to the 36-yard line, stopped by Carl Lockhart. And O.J. Simpson moved right through the defensive front four of the Giants.
Frank, here's that big defensive line, and I say big because I don't think they're that big, but they're a very quick defensive line. Dave Gallagher, Jim Peterzak, John Mendenhall, who Frank has talked about. He's got great quickness. He's only a 6'1", but he's quick.
The linebackers, Pat Hughes, Brian Kelly, Brad Van Pelt. Not big names, although Van Pelt looked that way at college. All questionable, Frank.
Second down and 5. O.J. now over 700 yards for the season. Almost unbelievable. Here he is again. Back to the line of scrimmage. This time he's piled up as Bobby Brooks come up from the defensive cornerback position, number 37, and turned O.J. to the inside. And right now, just short of the 37. Third down, a long 3. It will be a passing down for most teams, but most teams do not have a Simpson. Ferguson to the air. Looking, firing out to J.D. Hill. And J.D. Hill makes the first completion for Ferguson tonight, an 11-yard effort. The ball just short of the 47. First down, Buffalo. Braxton gets the call over the left side. The big man keeps his feet into Giant territory at the 47-yard line. And this is the underrated man that puts a lot of spark in the juice. And there he is, Jim Braxton. He's limping a little bit.
Jim Braxton was a huge fullback at 245 pounds. 1975 was his best year with 1,105 scrimmage yards and 13 touchdowns.
The ball just short of the Giants' 43-yard line. Third down, you saw how much. Simpson, and as he does so well, perhaps better than anyone, he turns the body sideways, knifes through, gets the first down, and receives the plaudits of the 80,000.
You will see Simpson frequently behind his pet blockers, the running, pulling guards, who are a throwback, really, to Thurston and Kramer of the pack when they're in their prime. Look at those figures on the juice. 697 yards. He's ahead alone in rushing of all of those other teams that you are seeing listed there in team rushing. Some evidence of the remarkable statistics of this man.
On third down and 10, Gant and Seymour, the tight ends, alternating. They're calling plays. The draw to Simpson. Watch out.
There you go.
Simpson gets the first down and just about broke it off completely. A 15-yard gain. John Mendenhall was there to make the tackle in pursuit along with Brian Kelly, the middle linebacker of New York.
This is the kind of call you can make when you've got a Simpson. Now, did you see him read there and then burst to the outside? The quick acceleration, cutting back in, and assuredly the first down yardage he needed.
And now, Ferguson looks over a third down and 6. The ball inside the 25 at the 24. Chandler, 81, Hill, 40, the wide receivers. And Ferguson with a quick release Goes to Braxton. I think he did have possession. And Braxton had possession, fumbled the ball. The Giants come up with it.
Fans are booing.
The Giants sported this helmet logo for 1975. Few liked it, so it was scrapped for 1976.
Fumble. Brooks made the recovery. The Giants have possession. This is Craig Morton. And Morton hands off to Doug Coder. Coder, one setback in there with Joe Dawkins. Coder 44, Dawkins 26. The quarterback, as we told you, Craig Morton, an 11-year veteran. The wide receivers, Walker Gillette, number 84, number 82, Ray Rhodes on the opposite side of the field, but they will flip-flop. The tight end, an all-pro, Bob Tucker, number 38. There's the offensive line. The questionable man there, Doug Van Horn. He has a very sore calf. He was not expected to play. On second down, Coder gets the call. Coder around the right side, spinning and twisting. He's out over the 15 to the 17-yard line. On third down along 3. Morton firing quickly. Going to Ray Rhodes.
Ray Rhodes was switched to cornerback in 1977, and he picked off 8 passes in his 7-year NFL career, but he's best known for being named the 1995 NFL Coach of the Year with the Eagles.
Defensive backs, and of course these guys in front, Jeff Winans, Mike Kadish, Earl Edwards, who's the senior of all the ball players up front, and Pat Toomey, they have to get to that pass a little faster. They got to help out that secondary.
All right, the first down for New York. At the 23-yard line. Coder gets the call again over the right side. Blocking out in front. Squeezes out about 3 yards. Second down along 2. The ball just over the 30. Coder cutting back, and he is really nailed by Mike Kadish.
Kadish is another story by himself out of Notre Dame. Started with Miami. Showed nothing. Finally got started up here. Has been a steadily improving player. And National Football League fans know by this time all about him because it's been a recurring story. Key play after key play.
A prevent defense for Buffalo. Morton will go down, and he bobbles the ball. Third down and 6. The ball at the 46-yard line. Dvorak, number 66, is now at tackle for the Giants. The Giants obviously depending upon small, quick defensive linemen in pursuit of Simpson. Ferguson going to the air, firing complete to Bob Chandler.
He's always been an underrated receiver. He's there when you need him most. And this year they really needed him because Ahmad Rashad got racked up in the last preseason game against Kansas City. Is out for the year.
First and 10 for Buffalo. The ball is at the 28-yard line of New York. Simpson following Braxton. You saw the big block by Braxton. That's why he's so valuable as Clyde Powers finally made the stop. But if we can look at that again, you'll see why the Buffalo Bills want Braxton in the lineup. He absolutely wiped out the Giant linebacker. The Bills on third down along 3 yards, just short of the 10-yard line. They've converted 4 or 5 thus far. This will be the big man, Braxton. Did he get in? No. First down and goal. The ball inside the 1-yard line. Simpson, forget it. Dip to the inside, brought in the defense, circle to the outside, touchdown Buffalo. Second down and 8. The ball just over the 23 for the Giants. Craig Morton, the quarterback. Handoff goes to Coder, and Coder gets out over the 25 to the 27. There was a ball loose in that pileup. We'll see how it's ruled. Buffalo picks off a Coder fumble. There are the statistics for that first quarter. Of course, the real story told in time of possession. Buffalo absolutely wears you down with that big offensive line. They had 21 offensive plays to the Giants' 10. And that time of possession, as Howard mentioned a moment ago, one of the key factors in why the Bills are undefeated. At the 13, the Bills have a second down and 8. Play fake by Ferguson, looking for Hill. He should be open. He is open. Second down and 6. Morton with pressure, trying to get rid of it, finally does. And it goes to Joe Dawkins, and Joe Dawkins over the 30 to the 31, and Morton frantically trying to find someone to give it to. Finally came up with Dawkins.
Alex, the point I want to make is I talked before about how often Craig Morton has been sacked this year. The Giants do not have a big offensive line. They simply don't. And ergo, a really strong defensive line can pour through them. In that kind of situation, you've got to dump off to your running backs or your tight end. He hasn't thrown the Bob Tucker 38 yet tonight. There he did. See what I mean?
First down, New York. The ball just over the 45.
That's exactly what they have to do.
All right, great mystique. Tell us about it again.
Just telling it like it is before it ever is.
All right. Now, what's this one going to be?
A 2-yard gain.
First down, just over the 45. Morton automaticing.
He's saying 1.
Rhodes in motion. Johnson turning the corner, picks up 2 yards. It'll be second down and 8. Second down. Rhodes out to the right. Walker Gillette, top of your screen. Play action fake by Morton, going deep for Bugs. Or rather, Ray Rhodes. Morton with time, but no receiver. Finds Ron Johnson, underthrows it, and is picked off. Picked off by Scorpin. John Scorpin, a linebacker who had taken a deep drop. Ron Johnson was open. Morton did not lay it up far enough, and Scorpin picks it off. Now let's look at Scorpin. He's looking back right into the eyes of Morton. He sees Ron Johnson, who's really kind of loping downfield.
He sure was.
Second down and 9. Draw play, Simpson. Simpson inside the 50. Has the first down.
That statistic tells the story so far, but stay tuned.
Third down and 15. Ball at the 46 for Buffalo, 5-yard penalty. Again, good coverage, and Ferguson will go down at the 35.
Well, that time it was Jack Gregory. That's it.
But the coverage downfield made it possible for Ferguson to be sacked by Gregory.
So this time the Giants finally held the Bills. We've got 4:59 left. At the risk of fairness, Frank, I said at the top that Buffalo had defensive weaknesses. You can score on them.
Dawkins is the workhorse. Inside the 50-yard line at the 49, hit there by Frank Oliver. 2 rookies on the left side now for Buffalo in the secondary. Morton immediately goes to the air, fires, is complete. Joe Dawkins. Morton. Touchdown, New York.
We got a ball game.
Ray Rhodes, the second-year man out of Tulsa. Let's look at it. Good pass blocking. There's the play action. Fake to Ron Johnson. And right on target.
And this was a hard-hitting, combative defensive game. This play illustrating. Staubach to Drew Pearson. Cracked down so savagely, he fumbles. The Pack recovers. The Pack was up for this one, believe me. They were hitting that way all day long. Took a surprising 3-0 lead in the first half. Then in early third quarter action, the handoff. Staubach to Preston Pearson, the former Steeler. 32-yard gain. Pearson had a great day, gained 101 yards all day. And then 2 plays later, the handoff to Newhouse, touchdown. Dallas with a 7-3 lead. But Green Bay was destined to come back. 5 plays after the ensuing kickoff. Hadel to Will Harrell, the brilliant rookie out of Pacific. Approaching the right sideline, eluding the tackler that you just saw. 26 yards, touchdown, extra point missed. Green Bay 9-7. And then, in later action, the score now 17-9 in favor of Dallas. The kickoff after a Dallas field goal. Steve Odom, the fleet-footed one from Utah. Moving into the middle, finding his hole, then darting left, eluding 1-2 tacklers. Going downfield, maybe on his way for a touchdown. But no, finally stopped. 73-yard kick, run, and all. That set up a Green Bay field goal. That made it 17-12 Dallas. Then with 1:52 left in the game. Hadel again from 26 yards out, spotting the big tight end, Rick McGeorge, out of Elon. And so Green Bay upsets the Dallas Cowboys. The score, 19-17. The Detroit Lions against the Minnesota Vikings, Bloomington Stadium. And once again, the hitting that so typifies the black and blue division. But Minnesota is a solid, sound, balanced ball club this year that can strike anywhere at any time. Look at Tarkenton pointing to his blockers, telling them where to go. Downfield. Brilliant, extraordinary catch by John Gilliam, number 42. And this typified Minnesota's play on the whole day. Always in that Minnesota attack, there is the likes of number 44. Forget that sideline squabble. Chuck Foreman, the complete football player, twisting, turning, spinning, bursting through the left side. Good for a 16-yard gain. Chuck gained 107 yards on the day. And then Tarkenton to another receiver he's grown fond of, Eddie Marinaro, out of Cornell. That was a touchdown. What a dreadful rainy day at Shea Stadium. What a dreadful, dreadful performance by the New York Jets. You're looking at Joe Namath right now. This play typical. Attempted pass, tipped, picked off by Kurt Johnson, who picked off 3 on the day. Namath intercepted 6 times on the day. A one-sided game, a rout unexpectedly. The Jets had seemed so improved, but this a disgraceful performance. And Greasy having a field day. At this point, the score 33-0. Hitting Jim Mandich, the tight end. Possession and control rule. That made it 40-0. The Dolphins enjoyed a 43-0 rout.
Ferguson letting his backs, finding J.D. Hill wide open at the 36-yard line. Hill lunges forward, gets out to the 39, a gain of 20, and Ferguson on target tonight.
I would remind our viewers that Ferguson was a 4th-round draft choice. You can pick up, as you look there at the Buffalo offensive line, Foley, McKenzie, Montler, Delamalore, and Donnie Green. You can pick up quarterbacks on low-round draft choices who prove out to be very effective, and I don't believe this.
He wants to get on your
Guy
show,
wants to be
Howard.
Philippe Petit and be on my Saturday night show.
You know, they strung that all across the stadium. From the 39-yard line, O.J. Simpson out close to midfield, short of the first down, I believe, just short of the 49-yard line. A gain of 9 for O.J. Simpson.
Isn't that absurd?
Well, it all could be tragic unless
That's
the gentleman knows what
exactly
he's
right.
doing, because the line is strung completely across the stadium. How they got it there, we don't know. And how
will they get him down, Giff? That's the more important question.
There are the deep men for the Giants. Buggs is back there. And this is Danny Buggs, calls for it, makes the fair catch at the 20-yard line. That's the 33-yard punt.
That's the best return Buggs has had tonight.
And there is a gentleman in a bit of trouble here at Buffalo, where we'll return in just a moment. Ron Johnson in motion. Morton with the play-action fake. Drops the football, bobble around, still being bobbled around, and New York comes up with it again.
That time they were lucky. Our friend on the tightrope is nearing his destination. You see him there.
Why doesn't this
Police,
ever
I'm
happen?
sure, will be waiting for him. They've had a tarpaulin under him. You know, this is a bad scene.
This is
The
ridiculous.
psyche of fan behavior. I've talked about it before. It's a great thing to come to a football game and enjoy it, but these kinds of antics, really.
Ferguson on 1st and 10, going to the air. Over the middle, incomplete to J.D. Hill, and almost picked off there.
Ferguson's unhappy about that, knows he shouldn't have thrown the way he did throw, and maybe shouldn't have thrown at all. Let's take a look at what happened to our friend on the high wire.
Poor man's Philippe
Thank
Petit.
heavens.
That
Lisa
wire, by
there.
the way, Howard, is strung across the field to hold a net that keeps the footballs on the conversion from going into the crowd. Not to save the price of a football, but to keep the fans from injuring themselves battling for it.
I don't know how high this guy was from the ground. Maybe 100 feet? Let me know what you think in the comments.
Play action fake. Ferguson to the air, and Picked off, underthrown, and number 39, the tight safety, Clyde Powers, comes up with it for New York.
We've really got a ball game now, Alex.
Well,
really.
it's Monday night. What do you expect, Howard? Monday night football.
Let's look at it again. Ferguson. Third down and 1. Big play for New York. Play action fake, and Morton going for all of it. He has Dawkins. Dawkins all the way down to the 24. And Tony Green, the free safety, who probably should have been picking up a back coming out of the backfield, took a long look at the play action. He realized he was in trouble.
He was stuck right there.
Reverse, and it's dropped. Mishandled by Rhodes. And the battle is on for the football.
Giants got it.
Craig Morton, I believe.
Buffalo had it, gave it away. The Giants got it.
And the pass attempt complete to Rhodes, who does not get the first down.
No, but
Moves the Giants into potential field goal territory.
That's the point, Giffer, and I must say Craig is throwing beautifully at this point. Just beautiful.
He's getting a pretty good rush. He's hanging right in that pocket. He's doing a good job.
And now George Hunt's attempt at the field goal on fourth down will be from 40 yards. And it's no good. Off to the left. Second down along 3. Simpson, and he's up in it again at the line of scrimmage. He maybe gained a yard. It'll be third down, 3 yards to go. Howard has joined Gabe Kaplan. Howard?
As you can see, I'm here with Mr. Carter. He's come back to school. Welcome back, Carter. You'll see him tomorrow night at 8:30. And what happens tomorrow, Gabe Kaplan?
2 kids want to get married, and we have a whole marriage ceremony in the classroom. And it's a terrific game, and I hope the Giants win it because I really still have a place in my heart for the New York Giants.
You had a marriage early on with the Giants.
Yes, I lived in New York for 19 years, and I used to go to every home game the Giants played. That's why I'm here tonight.
Glad to have you aboard. Take over, Giffer.
Third down and 3. The ball at the 29. Both backs circling out of the backfield. Ferguson in trouble, tries to flip it off, is picked off. Number 55, Brian Kelly, made the interception of a pass that should not have been thrown by Ferguson.
And Kelly was a 14th round draft choice who played 11 years for the Giants, and he started in 130 games. To last even 1 or 2 years as a low round draft pick is good, but 11 years is amazing.
Second down and 8. Howard hustling into the booth. The Giants hustling into the Bills' end zone. Ball just short of the 30. Martin, Gillette in the end zone. And he does not hold on. Back there defending. And a good play with Frank Oliver.
Field goal attempt.
George Hunt missed earlier from 40 yards. This attempt from 47. Craig Morton is holding. It'll be short.
And wide.
And wide.
George Hunt's NFL days were numbered. He only played 4 more games in the NFL, and Joe Danello took over for the Giants.
Third and 17. The Giants from their own 13. Or rather, third and 7. Martin. And Gillette holds onto the football out at the 42-yard line. Walker Gillette.
Look at this.
A gain of 27.
11-13 left in the ball game. Down to 11:09 now and counting down. And that was a big, big play.
Second down and 8. The ball just short of the 43. Martin again to Gillette.
Jones out of there with an apparently fractured arm, a riddled Buffalo secondary, wide open for the sharpshooting of Craig Morton. What is this?
Something we certainly don't need. Quarter. Charlie Ford now has come in left cornerback for Buffalo. He's number 45. He replaces Oliver. Morton to the air again. Bobble. And with his hands on the football, John Hicks. Flag flies.
Ineligible receiver.
The Giants had high hopes for John Hicks, whom they drafted 3rd overall out of Ohio State in 1974. He was second in the Heisman Trophy voting in 1973, but he only played 4 years.
Touched by the defense, so John Hicks put on a good play. It's third down and 2. Morton has Dawkins all alone again, and a play that produced big yardage for them in the first half. Second down, a long 7. Johnson gets the call again.
Wow.
He'll go in. Simpson and O.J. somehow or other got away from Jack Gregory, got inside the 40 to the 49-yard line.
I don't know how he got away, Giffer, but he's over the 8,000-yard mark now in his career. And he's over the 100-yard mark for the night. Unofficially, we make it 28 rushes for 101 yards. He's had tough yardage tonight, Giff.
Inches short of the first down. Braxton, and he almost breaks the entire thing off. He moves inside the 30, down to the inside the 28. Stuckey made the stop. First and 10 Buffalo, the Giants' 28-yard line. Simpson. And there is the 9-3 speed.
In Karras's unending and unstinting praise for older players, I only wish he could have had the opportunity to have chased Simpson. I would like to have witnessed the scene.
Leipold, 19-yard field goal attempt. And he has missed from 19 yards. Leipold misses from 19.
Oh, are they in trouble?
Third down and 5. The ball just short of the 32 of the Giants. Ferguson going to the air. And good defensive play by Clyde Powers, who went out of the ball game defending against Bob Chandler. And we are going to see Leipold again for Buffalo.
That was a very big play, Frank, and had they gotten that first down a little closer, I think Leipold would have been in the ball game. But I don't think he can kick it from that far distance.
Earlier, he missed from 19. His first miss of the season, by the way. This one was blocked. Blocked. And it trickles into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Giants will have 1 minute. And then we will be moving into overtime.
Arnsparger had been an assistant there, too. Robustelli took Arnsparger. Giff.
On first and 10, Ron Johnson. Johnson down the sideline. Martin. Complete to Rhodes. Rhodes inside the 30 at the 28. A lot of pressure for George Hunt. George Hunt did not play football in 1974. He had previous years with Baltimore. He kicked 16 field goals there in 1973. Took a year off. Arnsparger was looking for somebody to replace Pete Gogolak, whom he felt had lost it. He went down and talked George Hunt into coming out of retirement, and with 9 seconds remaining, George Hunt can win a football game with a 37-yard field goal. And he has put the Giants up front 17-14. And Craig Morton must be given credit. He moved the team 49 yards in 5 plays. And George Hunt hit from 37 yards out. The Giants over the Bills 17-14.
Can you believe the Bills were favored by 13.5 points in this game? O.J. ran for 126 yards, but the G-men pulled it out in the end. How many feet do you think the man on the high wire was? Let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching.